What's up, guys? I'm JFleezy, and we are back for another episode of TSWF. This episode is all Holidays Havoc. Are we excited? Because I'm pretty excited. This is going to be good. I can't wait. And the only real update since the last is we added a little to the booking team. We added Nasty Ronnie and Caraluso to the booking team, so we'll see how that goes. Other than that, let's get into the show, man. Just a quick little Jericho update because he lives to irritate me. Jericho comes back one day in game after the show. He comes back the 31st because he's Jericho and he's messing with me. So no Jericho on the show. And then he'll probably come back and be right back on tour. So, you know what? Screw Chris Jericho. Alright, here we are. TSWF Holidays Havoc. We have Dick Knox opening in the ring, announcing finally Big Vito's opponent for the main event of Holidays Havoc, David Sammartino. The crowd, that gets a good pop out of the crowd, I think. And probably a chuckle in the back by Big Vito. But a 66 segment rating is crazy. What a hot start. Speaking of hot starts, in our opening match, we have Rey Mysterio taking on Kid Cash, where Rey Mysterio defeats Kid Cash in 10 minutes with the Mysterio Rana. 54 from Rey, 46 from Kid Cash. Equal 1 to 45 somehow with a hot crowd, but whatever. We then have Jeff Jarrett and Paul Levesque doing their little promo. Cocky little promo. They know they're going to win tonight. Come on. They're the Blue Bloods. 41 segment rating. I expected better, but not bad. We then have, in a disappointing match, Taz take on Robbie V, with Taz defeating Robbie V in just under 10 minutes by submission. Man, that's disappointing. 40 and a 35. Oof. And another great segment by Dick Knox. Dick Knox announces the surprise of the night. He announces the new TSWF Tag Team titles, and that they will be fought for tonight by between Sean Morley, Stevie Richards, the Featured Attractions, versus Perry Saturn and Chris Kanyon. 58 segment rating. Very good stuff. Dick Knox is on fire. So we have a tag team titles matchup tonight. First in company history. We then have Sean Waltman getting a shock defeat over Chris Candido, or I guess a shock win over Chris Candido in 10 minutes with a super kick. Big time for Sean Waltman getting back on track. A 50 from him, a 45 from Chris Candido, 46 segment rating. They did the job. Beautiful. How do you guys feel about me changing the names of some of these guys too? Like, I know they're already established as like Sean Waltman and Glenn Jacobs and stuff like that. If we give them more gimmick names, so it's not like, because in wrestling it seems a little weird to be using their names, right? I don't even know if that's their real names, but it's the names they go by. I don't actually know most wrestlers' real names, because I don't care. But what do you guys think? Anyways, we then have a Stevie Richards Sean Morley promo, talking about, hey, they're ready to be the first ever company champions. They are the featured attractions after all. 51 rating too. They're definitely ready to be the champions. What a promo. Stevie Richards on fire, man. He is great on the mic. We then have the Knox family in the big blow-off match taking on the Blue Bloods. The Knox family defeating the Blue Bloods in just a hair under 20 minutes when Fletcher Knox submits Paul Levesque with a Knox lock. Beautiful stuff. Dick Knox pulls out a 49 in a tag team match, not bad. Jeff Jarrett a 40, Paul Levesque 26, barely better than Fletcher Knox with a 22. Dick Knox off his game, so his promo game he was on fire, but his in-ring game he's a little off his game. But still did a 49, 42 segment rating. Not bad. It did the job. It did the job it needed to do. Good job, guys. We then have Booker T cutting a promo backstage on Leif Cassidy, saying he's gonna whoop his ass. Can't wait to get his hands on Leif Cassidy. Good for him in an interview. Struggled going off script. Yeah, that's not the Booker I know. Anyways, we then have the Tag Team Championship match of the night, featured attractions versus Saturn and Canyon, where Stevie Richards pins Perry Saturn with the Stevie Kick to become the first ever Tag Team Champions. 32 Morley, 26 Stevie Richards, 28 Chris Canyon, 41 from Perry Saturn. He is just quite good, isn't he? Featured attractions are your first ever TSWF Tag Team Champions. And deservedly so. I think they're going to be quite a good tag team, actually. We then have Booker T attacking Leif Cassidy. Well, I guess really they're just attacking each other on the entrances to their match. The match starting before the match starts. We then have Leif Cassidy taking on Booker T in a 20-minute match, with Leif Cassidy defeating Booker T with the snowplow. 47 from Leif Cassidy to 35 from Booker T. Booker T was off his game. It's a shame everybody's off their game in the big event. Appreciate that. But still, 45 performance is fantastic, let's be honest. And I believe our main event is up next. So, in your main event, you have Big Vito LaGrasso defeating David Sammartino in 15 minutes with Code of Silence. Big Vito makes defense number 7 already of the TSWF Championship. 56 segment rating, Vito a 49, Sammartino a 47. Fantastic performance. Big Vito is on fire in this company. Fantastic, boys. We then have Big Vito in another poor promo. He was on fire for like two months and then just fell right back into being very bad. Basically saying, that's cool, you got a name. You brought a name in. It's a shame it wasn't the Sammartino that actually matters. It would have been pretty fun to whoop his ass. Again, taunting, cocky as ever, because Vito knows nobody can beat Vito. Nobody can handle Vito one-on-one. 59 overall rating on the show, an incredible show. The main event, 56. The best match on the card, Big Vito LaGrasso, David Sammartino. Fantastic. I honestly I'm really happy. Rey Mysterio and Kid Cash being a 45 was a little disappointing, so was Taz and Robbie V. But they're good ratings. I just thought they're great workers. They've had better matches. They would be quite good. But I will catch you guys in the office. This show was amazing. Holidays Havok, everybody. Alright, that was the show, and a great show indeed. A couple things to leave this off on a fun note. First off, we'll look at finances real quick just to see. Not bad, actually. Not bad. I think we're gonna be pretty good off for the rest of, at least for a while. The second thing, which is probably the most fun thing, is the end of the year awards. So let's go check that out. We have Male Wrestler of the Year, Resident Badass and Owner Dick Knox. Sweet. Male Tag Team of the Year is Jeff Jarrett and Paul Levesque, who have just had a couple tag team matches and lost most of them. But hey, I think they've won one, lost two to the Knox family. And they've won one against somebody else. That's funny. It's all match ratings based, right? Male Young Wrestler of the Year, Chris Candido, who is 20. Okay. I thought he was a little older. I agree with that. So far, I suppose I do agree with all these awards. They do have the best match ratings as tag team. They are the best tag team, technically. Chris Candido is the best young wrestler here right now. It's between him and Mysterio, but he's more developed than Mysterio. Mysterio is 3 years younger, though. Match of the year, speaking of, Robbie V and Rey Mysterio, and wasn't that the first show of the year, too? Or one of the first shows of the year was Rey Mysterio, Robbie V, 57 rating with absolutely no heat, no storyline, no nothing. They just popped off. What a match. They haven't since really found that same form. Mysterio had one other really good match. I mean, he's all over the top 10 matches. I think Mysterio's most of the top 10 matches, but it was never like this. We then have Card of the Year, Holidays Havok. We just had it. Card of the Year, best show of the year, the last show of the year. Beautiful work. It's what the entire rest of the year was built to after resolutions. A resolution. So, successful show. Exactly what we wanted. Fantastic. Male manager, try that again. Male manager of the year, Nasty Ronnie, which I don't even know who he's managing, I'm gonna be honest. And male play-by-play, Michael Porter. Male color is Dick Knox, not Booker T. And not, actually Nasty Ronnie's the color, right? Yeah, he's color. So Dick Knox is the best color commentator of the year, not the other two color commentators. Because technically right now we have Porter as play-by-play, Dick Knox and Booker T on commentary as default, as the color. And then when Dick Knox or Booker T is in a match, we then bring in Nasty Ronnie to be in the other color guy, so he gets work as well. He starts to develop. Male referee, our only referee, Dave Hebner. Everybody recognizes the Hebners by now, I would think. And that's it. I thought there was female I guess because we don't have a female manager, do we? Actually, we do have a female manager. Isn't there a female manager of the year? Weird. Okay. And the last thing, what was the last thing? Oh, broadcasters. The broadcaster we are definitely going for here. And to get this, Empire State Network. The only thing we have to do is get to 10 popularity, which we're already at. But we have to be tiny sized. And then we'll have television. I will have to upgrade some production as well, but as I'm sure you all know, to get to tiny size, you just need to get 17 popularity in your home region. So if we hit 17 popularity, we will have television in the Great Lakes and Tri-State area. So that'll rapidly help us grow. Because like this right here, we'd need 25 in 2 regions. That ain't happening anytime soon. I think that is the best. That's not even in our region. So yeah, I think Empire Sports Network is the go, and we're not far off. So that's really cool. Alright. That was the show. Let me know what you thought of the end of year awards. Let me know what you thought of the show, obviously. Best show in company history. And let me know what you think of broadcasters, because I haven't looked incredibly deeply into that yet. So, if you did enjoy the show, please leave a like to feed that hungry little YouTube monster, that gluttonous little bad word. And to make sure you don't miss any episodes of TSWF or RCW, make sure to hit that subscribe and that little bell next to the subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching. You have a great rest of your days.
Battle lines in the horizon dawn. Every day's a clash, relentless on. No medals, just scars and pain. Marching through doubt and